Hello everybody, how y'all doing? So I wanted to come up here and make a video on a situation that's going on in a relationship. We usually call these readings situationships because of that, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and for this one right here, I want to shuffle the cards and pull them online. Okay. So it's gonna, the way that I'm gonna talk to this reading, I'm gonna have party A and party B. So I mean, yeah. So I don't know which party you could be. You could be either one. You choose the party that you best resonate with if the message resonates with you. If not, just please enjoy the entertainment. Alright. Can we get a card to represent party A? Just one card to represent party A, please. Alright, thank you. Can we get one card to represent party B? Just one. Okay. Alright. So these two cards right here is going to set the theme for the situation that's going on. Alright? So I say one thing that's kind of good about this is both of y'all are definitely in y'all third eye chakra. So that's good. So what I'm saying about the goodness on it, it might not be good for you, but for me it just helps a little bit with the translation. Now, what's starting to come off is the alignment in the connection, meaning because of y'all being in the same section, y'all in the polarity of the law of attraction, right? You're in that type of frequency, one of them. You in one of the frequencies under law of attraction. Let me say it better that way. And what I'm saying is, I haven't really gotten into the cards, but whatever it seemed like, whatever the situation is, it's seeing an intuition. So, meaning somebody is judging the situation more about their actions. The other person is judging the situation by the non-actions. Is more or less like, what are you not telling me? I just feel like it's more to the situation. Party B is more or less like, what are you not telling me? I feel like it's more to this situation than what you're really saying. Party A is saying, why you just don't want to be honest in this situation? I mean, I didn't witness the whole thing. Other people didn't witness the whole thing. It's witnesses involved in this. So why are you just not being honest? I mean, why are you trying to play this mind game with me? All right, I'm back. So yeah, like I was saying, with party A, I believe I was leaving off with, it's all about, like I said, witnesses. I mean, as I go and pull cards, I could probably distribute and interpret the message a little bit better on the angle. But, this is just to get a synopsis of the direction that this type of reading is going through. So I give you an idea whether you in one of these, whether you is B or whether you is A in this reading. I feel so much like a AI. Having all these glitches trying to get rebooted, reloaded up inside of here. They got the us and the us and the us. And the rate of speed that is coming, right? I appreciate it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch these decks around since these cards came out. And I'm going to start with Party A, and I'm going to pull some cards for that party right here. Oh, excuse me. I'm burping that. We started off with 4 cards for Party A in this situation. 4 cards for Party A. Can we have the same amount of cards, 4 cards for Party B? Now, y'all have some reciprocal cards right now at this point in time. I'm going to kind of start there a little bit. Maybe it's working backwards, maybe it's working forward. It just depends on how you view the information that comes from the shadow cards. So what I'm saying is, under the shadow dynamic for Party A is the Hierophant. For Party B, is the Ten of Pentacles. So, you know, the Hierophant kind of get judged by the Pentacles. So what I'm saying is, y'all reciprocating, but it seemed like party A, maybe, you know, you're a little bit more serious about it. Saying to the point that you really honestly, maybe you haven't really seen it. Maybe you really, you know, what is really telling me with the Hierophant is maybe you living off of gossip. Are you living off of things that you see via social media? Or, you know, it's more or less like party B is not behaving the way that you want. It's almost like you got goals when it comes to this situation in your relationship, or the type of relationship you already had goals when it comes to it. Maybe you express your goals to party A, okay? And you, in return, you was expecting party A to be more serious. But because of the type of law of attraction vibration you in, it's bouncing back. And the more that you expecting party B to be serious, the more serious that you actually is getting, which is causing a conflict. Because you could feel the attraction, you could feel the connection between y'all two. That's not what you... That is what's causing you to trip. But the fact is, you don't have the show enough type of clarity in it, which is causing it not to penetrate. And second, it's a free will clause regardless in the law of attraction. So meaning everybody going to move at their own pace regardless. You know, I guess this the way the saying go, I don't want a relationship that's 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, 90-10. And this is where you appearing that the relationship is really off balance. But really the thing is, you have consumed more of the energy inside of the situation than what the other person has consumed. And that's really shifting it, because you're not allowing the energy to stay in a neutral zone. You want to control the energy in the situation, so what you want to control it, and you're in a state of a law of attraction, you're attracting that energy, which is keeping you attached to party B within the attraction, the law of attraction. And where maybe party B is content, but not 100% satisfied. It might be doing some things that's going to play with your eyesight, because with you consuming so much energy, it's going to constantly make them feel the void, because the energy is not balanced. So they're going to feel the void inside of the situation. So it's creating them to search. So when you bring up situations like I was saying in the beginning with party B, they feeling like you is not revealing everything, and that's because of the void. They don't realize, you know, nobody is really conscientious from this perspective that I'm speaking of. So you in your situation, that's what you're conscientious of. So with you pulling so much of that energy, you're creating a void for your partner, which making your partner feel like you're not telling the whole story, and what you really is. But the void of the energy is not, is there. So it's not being fulfilled because of your demands. And that's just, you know, talking from the shadow dynamic. And it's not the fact that y'all might not could make it or have something. It's just the fact that you consuming more than energy in a situation, which determines where does this go. You consuming it. Party A is anyway. So now party A, what came up for you was the Queen of Cups, the Magician, the Justice card, and the Temperance, right? So the only little minor arcana up in here is the Queen of Cups. You have 3 majors, and your shadow is a major. So that's 4 majors. Meaning that at this point in time, you either already have made some kind of action that's really going to shift your whole relationship. Now, the responsibility in it you're not going to be able to take full responsibility because of the conscientious part. You don't realize you're consuming so much energy. And because you're not going to be able, because of that lack of conscientious, and when you get into the blame game, you're going to attract unnecessary, unwanted energy that's aligned with the blame. So it's either one of the two things, and when I'm saying attracting it, either you're going to manifest, you already really manifesting the things that you dislike way more now, or you coming around in your social dynamic, whichever way that goes, whether you to yourself and you surf online, or you look at TV and your TV shows, everything within that dynamic really shift to keep you on edge. You know, you really deep into it. And it could be as simple as a random TV show. You know, you got tired of your normal TV show, you switch to a random TV show, and for some reason it had a hypnotic effect, it had a catalyst effect on you, and it affected the way you started looking at something once again. Whether, and that could play a role with your socialization within your relationship and outside of your relationship. How you interact, if you have kids, if this relationship have kids, how you interact with them, those things are going to start playing. It's like a small form of hysteria that's going on, or you could call it anxiety. It just depends on how you really feel comfortable with the language that justifies what you really feel, your moves and your actions that's going on inside. Now, Party B has some very interesting cards. Party B has the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. So meaning, like I said, with this energy, you know, this kind of can bear bad news that Party B is getting torn from the socialization and interaction and avoidance and that void feeling. Party B is searching, but Party B is still not ready to detach from Party A. You know, they're not ready to leave Party A. They still feel like somewhere down the line they feel it's something still there. Whether they justifying it, how they justifying it, whether it's means, it's a pandemic, I can't find no crib, my job, or whatever it is, it then created Party B with a confusing, codependent type attitude, and feeling like it has the craving of needing more, but Party B is more frustrated because it cannot see. It can't really see when it comes to this energy that's going around. So finding a way to love it, Party B finding a way to kind of start looking like they loving themselves a little bit more is just because they trying to see through the forest. They trying to see what is it that's wrong, what is it that's not right, without really talking about it or talking to selective people. And when they talk to those selective people, depending on that advice that gives, it kind of sends out, oh, you so nice, you so cool, you know. Yeah, it kind of makes them pull on that person energy, right, and become codependent on that outside source energy, and convincing itself that it's their energy that's uplifting them, yet they still feel confused. And so they kind of torn between what is the best advice in it, because they can't see their self no clear right now. They're in a cloudy kind of situation from it. Within this situation that is going on in this relationship and everything. You know, with this type of energy right here, is party, is really party A. You really have to shift yourself to get everything else to shift. Now, the thing is, whether you is willing to see the results of the shift, that's really the main thing in this situation. Is, are you feeling the void too? And you feeling like party B is not paying you no attention. And from the seeing point of view and the way I'm describing it, I can relate to it. I can't really sympathize with it because, this is a reading, but I can relate to it, right? Because party B is literally confused. So it can't see no worth. If party B can't see the worth in itself, it can't see the worth in the outside unless it's something that makes them feel good. Meaning that y'all can have these good moments and it's like, wow, everything feel like it's old school. We moving, we progressing forward, and then bang, but that's the only way party B know how to affect, which is sending you there and also kind of messing everything up. But the thing is, party A, you have to release that energy and be willing to let it unfold. And it's going to unfold from the time that it got bunched up. So it's going to work backwards. Is the energy going to break down until it get to that point that is running smooth. The more that it breaks down, the clog that where it began at breaks down because there's no more tension there. So the side effects and how you stay calm and be patient and as party B and try not to get your hopes up high. Oh, this about to work out, and try not to have the negative thoughts of, man, why did I even keep staying here? Those things is useless for a certain amount of time because the clog is there and the clog has to unclog itself. So you have to rely on, since you codependent on seeing, right? You're going to have to see everything unfold. And once again, the challenges is within your patience and balancing yourself out with it. You're gonna play more of a balancing act. I feel like everything's more heavy on you and you got to do all of this, which is not true. It's just the fact. It's true and not true to a certain degree because the heaviness, you finally feeling the heaviness when you shifted. So now that you finally feeling the heaviness, you thought what you already felt was heavy. Which it was just the clog, the pressure, more or less. It was the pressure. And now the pressure is breaking down. You feeling the heaviness lift up. So you feeling the soreness from it. You feeling the healing from it. And that's really what it is. And you'll have to maintain that for a certain amount of time. But once again, that's patience that got to play a role with it. Now, I'm not saying party B, okay? Party B got to go through it too. And party B could definitely experience some egotistic aspects. Even though no wands is up here, but you might be like, where would it come from? Is actually comprising from all the elements that's left. That is what's missing is the passion. That's what really got them locked up and confused and can't see themselves because there's no light there, and that's where the fire. So with these elements right here is going to create a fire. It's going to create that passion in party B. And once that passion comes, party B has to start realizing, with that Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, right? You have to start realizing how you was codependent upon these people that gave you advice. It's not just what's in your relationship, but the justifications that you put in your relationship is one aspect of the codependency. And then when you reached out to other people to get that advice and putting them on a pedestal because of that advice, now that pedestal is not there. And so the advice is floating in front of you. So you're going to feel disconnects. And then when it disconnects is actually coming through is because of the clog process. And is going to fill those voids, which you're not realizing the voids getting felt because the disconnect is there. And you probably will understand it because then you're going to feel like there's no more things hitting, or you can have the shoulda, coulda, woulda aspect of it, that have potentially to go on when party A do shift. You're going to feel because the energy is balanced. So also when it comes to the ego, like I say, those shoulda, coulda, woulda is going to be those things that you really have to really check, because it's all past energy for real. So are you going to stay in the shoulda, coulda, wouldas? Or are you going to sit here and say, okay, this is coming up. Let me process this for what it was, because it need to get processed now. Yeah, bringing it up on the conscious part that is past energy because the clog is getting unplugged is one part. But at the same time, it's processing it now. And, looking at Party A and saying, Party A is making these changes. They care that much about our situation that we have going on, that they willing to help me find me again. You got to look, hold on to the main part and the main perspective that's going on in this situation here. That's going to be vital for Party B to understand that, because the love that person already been giving you, and you've been conspicuous or suspicious, whatever the one is the right word, about what is their intentions and everything. Now you're going to feel the genuineness if the Party A make this proper sacrifice and does it the right way. So it's not about you really growing deeper in love with Party A as much as your love that kind of was stuck and you won't understand it, and your love was floating so much around you. And that's what magnetized, because you're affected by the law of attraction too. So when these people are giving you this good advice, it's because of that void that's going on, and because Party A is depleting the law of attraction, you gaining that back because you know truly how you feel about Party A. And so it's like these substitute situations plugging in these voids is what the reality really is. So is untangling the fact of how you really feel about Party A in this situation, to be honest. So you have to stay present on understanding the mixture that's going on between your situations to get yourself together, when it comes to it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and close this out with I'm going to get 2 cards, one from the top and one from the bottom, to try to close out, how much did this help, and I don't know, I'm searching for something myself, so I'm leaving out a Party B, so could have a little bit of your energy, but I know how to translate it when the cards come out, okay? And that'll be a wrap for this situation. Good luck to you, okay? You had a Knight of Swords and a Knight of Pentacles. So what this is trying to tell me is patience is going to be a major challenge for both of the parties here. Not only that, learning how to still remain within y'all communication boundaries, and how to how the growth of the change will impact those communications and the sensitivity a little bit. Those, those things is very imperative far as the situation goes. And yeah, that's all that I have for the final note of it. Okay, I hope it can help. Good luck to y'all.